everyone, Signature King here, and Baltimore Comic Con happened, and it was awesome as always. It is definitely one of my favorite conventions in my area, and this year was no exception. I got to hang out with some great folks. Southern Comic Book Geek was a gentleman that was there, and I love talking books with him, and it's something I hope we get to do more of in the future. Same thing with Digger Jim. It was a pleasure meeting him for the first time. Would love to hang out more, of course. But yeah, you're here for the signatures, and let's not waste any more time. So this is the first book of the convention I got signed, and it was awesome. It's a good story, although I'm not too familiar with the writer. We have it signed here by writer James Robinson. So yeah, that was out of the gate. Number one, walked right up to him. It was awesome. Number two, here we go. We have Dark Side War, Batman, number one, signed by Peter J. Tomasi. I love hanging out with Peter. He's a great dude. I love talking shop with him and getting his take on the industry. He does a lot of stuff. I will get something signed by Peter J. Tomasi every single time. I'll go out of my way to do it. Now, speaking of going out of my way for signatures, this next person I've never met before, but we've been at conventions together. And this person announced that they're gonna slow back on conventions, so I don't know if I'm ever gonna see them again. So I went out of my way to get something for them to sign. And here we have Ninja Turtles, Where When by Stan Sakai, and that's who signed it. So this is the director's cut. We have cover A, same issue, also Stan Sakai. Here we have the cover B, same issue, Stan Sakai. I apologize for the glare. And the retailer incentive variant of the same issue. I think that's a cool cover too. And I know you're thinking, hey, you're normally a DC guy. What are you doing? Well, stay tuned because there's more. So here we have Ninja Turtles Black, White, and Green. Sorry about the super foiliness, but you can see right here, signed by, I think he's pronounced his name Declan Savely. And yeah, he signed it. This is another first one for me. I've met him before. I've gotten to sign a couple things, but he signed it with, like, he called it liquid chrome marker, not like a paint or a pen or Sharpie, liquid chrome. Looks good. Maybe next time I won't do silver on silver. I'll see maybe if there's a gold or something, and save the silver for something else, but still happy nonetheless. Another Ninja Turtles number one, signed by cover artist Billy Tucci. So very cool. Love talking with Billy Tucci. He did this really cool veterans photo, group photo. I'll put it up here so you can take a look at it. But it's always nice to talk shop with Billy Tucci and talk about veteran stuff because he is a fellow veteran. He just does a lot of work for veterans. And he was there representing the American Legion, his local post. So all the donations went to them. So a great artist doing a great thing. This next group of books is kind of similar. I'll show you how. I had Stephanie Williams and Joshua Swaby sign it, but we are adding Michael Conrad and Becky Cloonan. So this one is great. This one's coming along great. Look at that. Another one, we previously had Aretha Martinez and Mark Morales, and we're adding Michael Conrad and Becky Cloonan. So one thing about this con that I wish I would have done differently is I really felt pressured for time, so I went with whatever marker or Sharpie they had. I really didn't go all out and picking colors like I really wanted to, and I'm kind of kicking myself for it, but that's on me. That's my problem. So this one previously had Lee Weeks and Caitlin Yarsky, and we are adding, of course, Michael Conrad, and Becky Cloonan. Another Conrad and Cloonan. It's getting hard to say that word. This is an awesome cover. Lazarus Planet, Revenge of the Gods. This one previously had Philip Kennedy Johnson and, gosh, who else did I get on this one? Arthur Adams, I think? I don't recall. But we added Becky Cloonan and Michael Conrad. You would think with how much I'm into signatures, I could start recognizing some of these. We are adding Cloonan and Conrad, but we had cover artist Dustin Nagan. All you Nightwing guys out there. I know there's a lot of you. This one was just Michael Conrad and Becky Cloonan. So that's their little stack of books I got here. We did link up with Frank Cho, even though he was late, but that's not his fault. It was the Baltimore City Marathon or something, and there was a No Kings protest. There's a story behind that. We have the Supergirl special #1. Frank Cho did the cover, and he did the signature. I like the blue. He also signed my Green Arrow #1, Black Canary variant, in blue, and he drew a little Batman, which is cool. Again, I wish I would have, taken the time to pick a different color, but alas, his line was getting long. I didn't really feel like holding it up was a good idea. So a book I've been chasing for a long time, not a book, but a signature on a book, was David Finch. I previously had Jeff Johns. So this is done. I'm calling this one done. I love this story. I love this book. So this is my favorite DC villain focused book. So yeah, I got the convention exclusive. This is a Series 9/8 candidate, so I'm very happy with it. This is a very unique book for a couple of reasons. So Green Lanterns number 208, the Soviet version, is what I like to call it. So we got Joe Stanton, who did the cover, and he also signed it, obviously. But up here, he signed his name in Russian, which I thought was really cool. And then it turns out that if you flip it to the side, see if I can make this happen. Yeah, right down here in the corner, right where my thumb is, you can kind of see. But it also says Joe Stanton in Russian, and I thought that was pretty unique. So that's cool. Very cool with that. This one's going to be really tough to see, but it is my awesome book where I've got all these people to sign it. So today we are going to add Paris Cullins, and he signed right here on Lex Luthor's leg. And then he did something else over here. I can't tell what he was trying to do, but it looks great nonetheless. Happy to add another name to this book with this giant list of legends. Look at that. Some serious star power on here. He also signed my Blue Beetle #1, where he did a lot of the work on the cover, which was awesome, and in the interiors as well. And last but not least for Paris, he also signed the Blue Devil #1. Not the first appearance, but the first solo title. And he did the cover as well. Isn't that awesome? Very cool. Cully Hemner. Normally I have a lot for him, but I didn't this year. Batman in the Signal. Cully Hemner did the interiors and the cover. This one I was really excited about. I think it'll go great with a signed copy that I already have, and it came back in 9/8. So let me get the director's cut, get the same signature, because the book looks like yet another 9/8. Director's cut of Final Crisis, signed by J.G. Jones. Very happy with that one. This next one was pretty rare. Both of these people live full-time outside the United States, and they both came at the same time, and they sat right next to each other booth wise, which I think was great. But we have writer Danny Waters and artist Danny Strips, both spelled differently. Two Dannys spelled completely different. But here we have I think this is the 1 in 25 variant. I don't recall. It's the something like that. But yeah, Arkham City, Order of the World. So this one's very cool. Yeah, got to meet legend Kevin Nolan. We've been to a few conventions together, but I've never had anything for him to sign. But he went ahead and signed my Green Lantern that I already had Robert Venditti sign. Hal Jordan, the Green Lantern Corps, and he also signed my Hal Jordan in the Green Lantern Corps. I got two of them. I don't know how he ended up with two of them, but when I was going through the books, I saw that I had two Robert Vendittis on two copies. So like, well, now I got to get two Kevins. He also signed my Man Bat #1. I just love his work. He's a really talented artist. So he did the cover on that one. And he and Jose Luis Garcia Lopez also did Dead Again, Crisis in Hand. And as you can see, unfortunately, the Lopez signature, he accidentally smeared it, but that's okay. Things happen. I still love it. This one was really cool to get. This one is a really awesome person to talk to as well. So we have Superman First Thunder, Superman Shazam First Thunder, signed by Joshua Middleton. First time getting my chance to meet him. Hopefully we meet many, many, many other times. Very talented guy. One of the hottest artists out there right now. So I got him to sign a bunch of stuff. This one, you know, he did the cover and the interiors. So very happy with it. He also signed, once I saw I was going to be able to meet him, I went out, you know, and made sure I got a really smooth copy of the new Champions of Shazam, Mary Marvel variant cover. Look at that. That's sharp. That is sharp. I love it. Also, we got the what is this? The Supergirl, just Supergirl #1. Okay, I thought it was Supergirl Special, but I guess that was the other Supergirl. So we had two Supergirl books. One by one by Joshua Middleton, the other one by Frank Cho. So that's pretty cool. They make a really cool set. And of course, if you're going to meet Joshua Middleton, you have to get Batgirl 23. And I like the way, first I didn't really care for the way or for the color he chose for this book, but it's growing on me because it matches the hair and like a donut. I didn't notice that right away, so, but I'm starting to like it. Another serious 9/8 candidate as well. Now we get into the Mark Waid area of the video. And he did all these books. But some of them already had signatures on them. So here we have, and this is going to be really hard to see. So we have, up at the top, we have Mark Waid. And down at the bottom, over here, we have Todd Knack. New History of the DC Universe, Part 1. Awesome cover. Look at that cover. New History of the DC Universe. Same issue. I wish I would have picked a different color other than black, but you know, such is life. Still looks cool though. Very happy with it. New History of the DC Universe 1 again. Again, Todd Knack and Mark Waid. So we had previously gotten cover artist Dustin Nagan, and we're adding Mark Waid, and that is Night Terrors Shazam #1. Dustin Nagan did a variant cover for all of them. That Real Quick series. Mark Waid signed this Absolute Power #1. I think that's a pretty slick cover. Again, I'm kicking myself. I didn't pick a different color. Maybe black was a good choice on that one, but I don't know. Another Absolute Power #1. I think this is the A cover? No, this is the B cover. And the other one was, I think it was just the F cover. Next, we have Justice League Unlimited. And this one is signed right in the middle by Mark Waid. Tough to tell. Kind of shiny. Sorry about the glare, but still an awesome book. And last book of the haul. Actually, not true. I'm sorry. One more book. Yeah, Justice League Unlimited #1. This is the A cover, I think. Yeah, I like this one better. This is my favorite cover. The other one is foily, that's true, but this one's really cool. Last but not least, this is the last book. This one's the last book that I got. We have signed by Aaron Campbell, who did the artwork and the cover. So we have our Black Label, Suicide Squad Blaze. I love Black Label books. I love the Suicide Squad. This one was an absolute no-brainer. Yeah, that's gonna wrap up the haul. So not a lot. I've definitely done more at past conventions. So what do you guys think? Out of all the books that I've showed, what is your favorite book that I got signed? If I had to pick, I don't know if I could, but I don't know. The Josh Middleton covers are always really cool. Billy Tucci, just because of the memories he gave me too. Yeah, there's just so many to choose from. But that's going to wrap things up on this end. Thank you so much for watching. And if you could do me a solid and please subscribe, that would be great. But we're going to sign off right here. And we'll catch you next time.